All right, we've been here for 3 hours, 4 hours on the floor. This is when you're on the floor and you realize, like, there's a lot to see. There's a lot to do from when you first walk in this door.
What I've decided is I should not sit down because I know that if I sit down, my feet are
I'm not
done.
sitting down until the end of this day unless it's a ride from one place to another.
Yeah.
We want to thank our friends at Reynolds and Gubagoo for sponsoring today's live stream coverage. They help make us all of this possible, and there are a lot of interesting conversations going on.
Really are.
Things that I haven't heard in the narrative. What are some of the things, maybe that one or two things that you've heard on the floor, or a little topic that maybe is on the floor but not anywhere else?
I had a conversation this morning that was super interesting that I hadn't really thought of, and that matching purchase intent is actually a lot different than matching EV buyer intent. And there's different signals that we're seeing that some marketing companies are seeing in the market that are allowing dealerships to specifically pinpoint EV buying intent, which is super important right now because we need to pinpoint that market segment, which is a small market segment, and it's hard to find.
And there's a different approach, there's different thinking. We already know there are really two types of EV buyers. It's the repeat buyer, and it's the person that's like, I think I might want an EV.
It's even a different communication rhythm because you have to begin with education. So once you find the intent,
a lot of it,
then you move to the education, then you move to the lower funnel. And so I was with a company, with Automotive Mastermind this morning, talking exactly about that, how they're solving for building those personas and those communication channels. So I'm really interested to see if there's others talking about that through the event.
Well, there's one of those topics that comes out on the floor that the second you hear it, you're like, yes.
I'm going to be aware.
Yes, that's got to be a thing. A lot of my conversations have to do with a lot of the same things that we've been talking about, really deploying seamless experience through digital retailing, from consumers' first contact through through the online shopping process, through the in-store process, through the contracting, and just this underlying, one conversation I had with the president of Reynolds, or CEO, was that the auto process being the most complex process. And I was like, well, how about real estate? And then as we were talking, we realized there is this expectation of fast time speed. Like, it's got to be quick, which puts an additional pressure on the process through every step.
Because even though real estate's complicated, it's like a 30-day process.
You can watch grass grow literally during that process.
Right, exactly. And it's a totally different pressure on a complex process in a minimal amount of time. I'm hearing a ton of conversation around what real, true omni-channel sales experiences actually are. So it's cool that you've seen that. We've actually got a friend, the manager of marketing over here from Gubagoo. Man, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, my first NADA, and I got to be on here with you
really?
guys. First one. Yep.
If you had a tie, we would cut it.
I think that might happen later, but yeah. And you guys didn't brief me on the sit-down rule. I'm over here prepping, sitting down. My legs are locking up.
Now all of a sudden you're like, this makes sense why they said we're not there. Just wait until Sunday morning.
I've been told, it's going to tire me out. But yeah, very excited. It's hard not to be excited about the future of automotive when you come here and you see the scale and the energy on the floor. It's insane.
It's like your first NADA. All of a sudden my questions
I have so many more questions.
Yes. What is the perception of what you expected and what it is so far? Because that's also going to change over the next couple of days.
I've been to smaller shows. I've been to some digital dealers. I mean, the scale at which, and the energy, and just the show that they're putting on, the magnitude, it's insane. It's just the volume. It's so impressive. And and it's early still. Like you said, 3-4 hours in. I'm excited to see more and talk to more dealers. But so far, it's just been incredible. A lot of great reactions and a lot of awesome energy on the floor right off the bat.
What's the hope that you have for today and tomorrow, specifically Sunday? People kind of start to wanes out a little bit. What would you like to see as the result of this show? I mean, obviously, you want to get people...
I want to sign a bunch of contracts.
I
want to move some product. That's why I'm here, right?
That is why he's here.
No, but I mean, honestly, just to keep the energy going, hear more, ideas share. I mean, that's why we're all here, right? We think we got the best and the brightest, but I want to hear what out there. I want to hear what the dealers want. That's what's awesome about Gubagoo. We're very nimble. We're able to react and respond quickly. And you don't hear that unless you hear it face to face, and you don't get an opportunity. Talking to more dealers in a month than you normally would right here in the show in this brand new sparkly booth we've got. So
it's gorgeous.
Yeah, keep the momentum. I just want to hear. I want to hear what the dealers want to see and what consumers want.
And if you can't see it in the shot, I don't know if it's in the shot, but your sign, the Gubagoo sign up there, looks like the Nintendo logo, and it's amazing.
It is amazing.
I can't say that's what we were going for, but that's the response we're getting, and it's awesome.
It is. I can literally
couldn't have been happier with it. Yeah.
Always go. You go with what works.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Thanks for joining us a little bit here. Thanks for helping us put on this live stream and bringing all this content to the people that couldn't make it to the show today.
It's awesome. I appreciate you guys stopping by. It's awesome what you're doing, just energizing the space and giving that more casual and like an opportunity to connect with the dealers in a different way. It's awesome.
Awesome. Well, if you're around the show, you got to come check out Gubagoo, the Reynolds and Reynolds booth. They've got a whole bunch of opportunities for you to connect with all of their individual partners. Make sure you check out and communicate and collaborate more with the industry partners and the dealers that are here. Have great communications and conversations. We'll come to you later. We'll keep bringing you the news, exactly what's going on here. Have a great afternoon.